Hey, scrapbook friends, it's Nicole. Welcome to week 79 of Theme Park Thursday. I think this video is going to be going up a little bit late because I had it all finished. The video was, done. I was editing the video, but as I was editing it, I realized I wasn't happy with how it was looking, and I had to come back and add a title. So the whole video you're going to see, I'm just going to leave the ending in where I say, hey, thanks, bye, see you next week. And it's not going to look like this because it doesn't have the title. But I like it better with the title. I really love how this turned out. It has 21 photos on here. I was able to pack all these fireworks photos in without doing just kind of that same basic square collage that I've done. I didn't have to add peekaboo pockets. I was able to do something a little bit more visually interesting. In real life, there's more definition between the edges of these photos and the background paper. But I really love that I was able to use the diamond pattern from the gemstone custom cutting system. And I'm so glad that I came back and added in these ABC die cuts for a title. So I hope that you'll agree with me. This is a longer video than usual. I don't know why. I cut out as much as I thought I could cut out, but fast forward if you need to through some of the parts where I'm rambling, as you know that I do. But I hope you'll stay tuned to kind of see how I did the diamond and then the frame for the diamonds. I think that that's a technique that I hope to use again, and I hope that you'll use it too. So stay tuned for this long journey on how I took 21 square rectangular photos and turned them into one double page layout. So we're to fireworks again. And again, I have a giant stack of photos, probably 20 or 30. I don't know, I haven't counted them. I've got some castle pictures, close up, some far away. This is a kind of a cool one because it shows we watch the fireworks from down on Main Street, which we don't usually do. Just to kind of see the crowds. Apparently opened up the gate so people could go out. And then had a whole bunch of, like they do the lights on the castle, and they did them on the stores and the storefronts on Main Street. And that was really cool. So that's kind of a different thing for me with fireworks. But then, of course, I've got lots of the fireworks. There's Tinkerbell flying. I have not yet succeeded in getting any really good pictures of her flying because she's tiny and she's moving fast and it's night and all those things. But I keep trying. That's a good one. I like that one a lot. I don't know if I want to do like 2 pages, one for Main Street, one for fireworks. I kind of like that with the 50. Again, very bad picture of Tinkerbell flying. And so I've been thinking a little bit about this one over the past week since the last time we were here together. And thinking about how many times I've done like a collage page or something like that. And I think this time, I don't know that I want to do a collage page, but I found myself thinking of a layout that I believe Melissa Ullman made years ago. It was with like Rainbow Rush or one of those collections, and she used the diamonds from the custom cutting system and made this really cool layout. I've copied it in another layout several albums ago. I don't actually remember what topic I copied it for, but I thought it might be cool to do something with some diamonds instead of doing like a row of rectangles, to do something with the diamonds. And so I'm feeling kind of inspired by that. If I can find the inspiration layout, I'm sure that there's a picture of it on the internet somewhere. If I can find that layout, I will put it in right here. So I have not looked at that layout in real life in a while, so I'm not exactly sure what it is, but or what exactly it looks like. But let me sketch it out for you because you know I love to do that. Here's our castle from a couple weeks ago. We'll just use the back of this paper. I don't really need a grid. Oh, look, it has a grid on the back. Hooray. Okay, so I'm kind of thinking Well, I didn't realize how many of these I had that were going to be the buildings. But I could maybe do something with like the buildings down here, some kind of a border, a line or something right there, and then just do like the diamonds. I think, you know, if I'm going to do a 4x6 photo, I think I'm only going to get this many. That's a very bad diamond. Something like that. How's that for a really bad drawing? Or maybe I do something, do two pages or 4 pages and do more like the diamonds here still across the middle. Good grief. And then I could even do some like half diamonds up here at the top, maybe with like fireworks or something, or just colors. I could even do 2 rows of diamonds, some halves. That could be kind of cool. It reminds me of a layout I did in my Puerto Vallarta where I used triangles. I don't know how many, like part of what I want to do is show when you're way in the back, behind all the people. I usually love to get right up as close to the castle as I can. Because when you're in the back, you got all these people with holding up their phones and their cameras in front of you. Turns out, you know, people like hold it up way above their head, but even if you just hold it down like in front of your face, like below your eyes, you can still get the pictures and it doesn't block the people behind you. So actually these people are all doing mostly pretty well with that. But I don't know how many, and I actually don't know how well this is going to work. So before I do anything, I need to cut a sample with the diamond. And I think I'm going to cut 2 samples actually. I'm just going to use a piece of this, you know, scrap paper that I like. I'm going to cut one with the red blade, and I'd like to do one with the green blade, except my green blade is not right here, so I'm going to have to look for that, track it down. I don't think I'll use the, well, yeah, I don't think I'll use the blue blade because it's too small, but maybe I'll cut one anyway, just because that's the one I can find. And when I say can find, I haven't actually looked, but I know that things are not where they're going to end up, because this ongoing scrapbook room cleanup is still ongoing. However, my taxes are done, submitted on time, hooray. So now I can have a little bit more freedom. So we'll put red. Actually, maybe I'll do this. I'd like to be able to cut these apart. I don't know if I can. I'm gonna do it that way. I don't need to be, you know, I don't need to have a lot of space around it. I don't have templates for the diamond shape. Okay. Put these away for now. And if I need the green one to do this, I will get it. I think it's in one of the drawers behind me. I should have all 3 of these out though, actually. So this is blue. All right, so now I can kind of bring this and see what my shapes are going to look like. I think that looks pretty cool, actually. Should I zoom down a little bit? I mean, I think that looks neat. Kind of a, you know, I don't know that I would do all 3 of these. Oh, that's the best one with the 50 because you get all of that. Then I could get the, you know, this blue castle. I didn't get, because we were so far back, I didn't get much of the, you know, the projection show that they do on the castle. All right, let me try it with the blue just to see. Where's the one? This is the one I liked the best. Ooh. Ooh, I kind of like that. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm off the screen. I zoomed in and that cut me off the screen. So I kind of like that. And that is just shy of 3 inches. So I could do 4 across each page. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And it is only 4.5 inches tall. So I could kind of do like this, but it would be 4, and then I could do the 3s. Ugh, sorry. And then maybe I could still have, if I did a 4, the small one and a small one like this, this is only 7 inches. So I could still have 4.5. I don't know how these, if I could do these like at 3. I maybe could just have some of the, and a lot of these look like the same. Like I don't need both of these. Do one of the roses, but I could do, I was really hoping to do maybe 2 rows of those though. That would be, that's 6 plus 7.5. I guess I could dip some of these in or go behind. Okay, so now what do we put them on? I'm thinking either we put them on like shimmer paper. I often go with shimmer, like the Starry Night shimmer works really nicely with these kind of colors for the fireworks. We've had some fireworks paper in some of the patriotic collections. If this is going to be on the bottom, I don't really need too much showing at the top. Maybe I need to cut some of my, like this one won't work because it's, you know, it's that direction. But maybe I need to cut some not triangles, diamonds, and play with them and get a base paper out and figure it out. So let me zoom back out. Oh, sorry, wrong way. All right, and I'm gonna go find the green blade, get my mat, my cutting mat, and start playing with this. Okay, it actually was in the drawer behind me that was marked as tools. So perhaps there's hope for me yet. Let's see. If I do that, I can do a whole bunch of these pictures. I could do, what, 16? Let me cut this apart so that I can... Actually, let me trim one with the green blade just to see. This one is 3 1/4, so that other one is probably going to be right at 3 inches. So I think I might try and stick with the blue for now. Once I cut, I'm kind of committed though, aren't I? All right, let's try the green since we have it, and just to be safe. Talking to my husband last night about kind of my filming setup right now, and because my new work table is so much bigger than the one I had before, my overhead stuff isn't working very well, and I might need a new come up with something new, and it might involve him building something, which he is not sad about. But I'm gonna look like I'm in a fort, I think, when I'm scrapbooking this. Okay, so where's the one? This is the one. I don't think I want this one, like, is hurting my eyes just to see it on the table. It's like, where are my glasses? But this one I think is not as terrible. So I might do that, but maybe I won't. It's not too terrible. The green blade. Oh, what did I decide the measurement was? Oh yeah, it's right at 3. I think I do want to stick with the blue if I can. So that one's kind of far away, but it shows all the people in the crowd. That one's a little bit on the blurry side. This one has the cool light beams. So maybe that's that. Oh, that one has the actual fireworks. So if I can do 4, 8, and then some of these might have to be like halves, like a half. I could do a half triangle. Oh, I love that one. I'm excited. I think this is going to work. So get this guy's head out of the picture too by maybe. Oh, I like that one a lot with the light beams. And again, I can just crop this guy's head mostly out of my picture. Ta-da! And I still get the castle and the fireworks and the things that I want. So some of these are very, very much the same. Like just, oh, this one and this one. Oh, this is when it's got like the show that they do on the castle, but that one's a little on the blurry side too. We'll do that one. Maybe those two are almost the same. I don't know, maybe that one. Like this one because it's kind of red. This must be when they're doing the Pirates of the Caribbean song. Dun 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 dun. Sorry, it's stuck in my head now, and it's going to be stuck in yours. Except that my singing was really bad. Okay, ooh, and this colorful one, I like that. All right, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Plus this one, which I want up at the top, and maybe I'll use one of these at the top as like a title block. I don't know which one of these I wanted to use. This one looks a little pixely. So somebody, oh, my friend Mary was talking to me about, she took some online, ooh, I like that one with that little firework over there. She took an online iPhone class. This could be over like that, maybe. And he said never use the like pinch to zoom because it makes it pixely, and I know that, but sometimes I have to. All right, where's the one? That's the good one that I want. And I wouldn't mind this one where I zoomed in. Oh, be a little tricky. But I think I get that one too. So maybe I'll do that one. And then I just need to decide which ones of these. Oh, I do like the little Olaf. I think I like that one better than this one. It's the same wall right here if I do that one. Oh, look at that one with the little kind of Toy Story. I think what I did is I like took pictures on one side and then I turned and took pictures on the other side of the street. Trying to get all those. The contemporary. You know, that might be all right. Just those 4. If I do those 4 and I do them, except that's 5. That's 6. Never mind. I could weed out some of these. And I would like to fit Olaf in, but these are not going to be 6 inches. So maybe I can cut them to like, I don't know, cut them down a little bit. But if I did these at 3 inches, which I think would cover, so this is 3 inches right here. I think I could do that. So I do across the bottom, just the 3 inches across the bottom, and then I have the 7 inches like of the double row, and maybe I can do something up here, maybe I don't need to. I mean, I could like come back and do just something like this up at the top if I have extra fireworks, which I may not even have extra because I think I might be able to fit them all in. Okay, so these ones I'm not sure about. These are going to go on the side. I'm going to cut all the diamonds first with the blue blade, which is a little bit scary. And if you have your plastic templates that go with this, good for you. Good for you for saving them. I'm just not, I just didn't save mine. So this one, because I'm going right to the edge, I'm going to have to cut, I have to be real careful. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my blade in here, and then I'm going to be able to look with, let's see, the widest part needs to be right about there. And I can just go right here to the edge. And I can see, you can't see, oh, but see, it's going to cut a little bit of that off. Oh, well, I can see that that's going to stay on the picture. And I will admit that these kind of the fancier shapes can be a little bit tedious. Not tedious isn't the word I want. They can be a little tricky to cut because they just, you know, a circle is easy to cut. It wants to be cut. And so what I'm doing is I'm just kind of lifting it up and looking for where this blade touches down on the picture to make sure that I'm on there. So I'll get it straight. I'll get it straight this way. Kind of using the mats on here to make it straight. And then it will go back just a smidge. And I always like to cut the smallest spot first. Oh, that was a close one. I almost cut off the top of my castle. I maybe could have gone over a little bit more. I don't have a whole lot of room to not cut everything. If I only wanted the bottom half of the diamond, that would be easier because I could just pull it down, you know, this way. But then not because the bottom, it's the top that I may want a little extra of. So we'll see. But I am kind of going a little bit up, so like the edge of the inside of this can be on the top of the photo, and that gives me the opportunity to like cut off these people's heads off with their heads. And I'm cutting, you know, 3 inches of a 4-inch photo. So it doesn't really matter how exactly straight it is, but I think I used this diamond pattern for a Savvy Scrapbookers video maybe last summer. We did like a banner with it, and it turned out really cool. So I don't know why I don't use it more often. All right. Turns out that I mean, I might save some of these to cut a little bit of, you know, fireworks in the corners, but it's hard for me to talk and cut at the same time, and I don't know if I don't know. I've been watching a lot of Megan Jax's videos lately. I'm kind of turning into a Megan fangirl. She's going to be on the Mexico trip next week. The Creative Memories Mexico trip that my husband and I are going on, and I'm excited to get to hang out with her a little bit. But you know, she does all her stuff are like Facebook Lives, and I've talked to her about it. I'm like, I'm scared to do live, and she's trying to encourage me. Okay, I don't want this guy's head in there, so I'm going to go a little bit over to the side and cut off part of his head. She's trying to encourage me to be brave and do a live sometime. So if it happens, you'll have Megan to thank. But she doesn't always talk, I've noticed, and I don't fast forward through her, so. But there's a lot of pictures to cut. But I'm already liking it. Maybe let's I can't really change my mind at this point because I've already cut most of my pictures into diamond shapes. But let's kind of look and play with this a little bit and see how it's going to work. If we do it, you know, pretending this is a 12 by 12 page. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I don't know how much space I can allow in between them. I think I like it. I'm going to want to put something in the middle, so I'm going to have to figure out one that can kind of be cut down the middle. Look, it's crooked, but what do you think? I think it looks cool. I think it's going to be neat. I do kind of think maybe I want to keep one that can be a title block. And so that means I would do 4 and 3.5. I don't know about the half. We might end up doing a shape in the half because cutting one will be a little bit too hard. So, but I need at least 7 for each page, and I've cut 7. I've cut 8. All right, so, oh, and I've got a bunch more. One, oh, that wasn't gonna be one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so let me go ahead and cut all the rest of these, and I will just fast forward through this part since you do not need to watch me doing all the cutting. And if I feel like it's too quiet and I know that I'm recording, that's when I ramble the most. And even if it doesn't bother you guys, it bothers me. So, okay. So I'll be back with 8 more diamonds. Okay, here I have 16 little diamonds, and I'm gonna save these just in case I need to do something with these little corners that have actual little firework bursts in them. Get them out of the way. And I'm gonna move this mat. I do like to work on 2 of them usually, but like I say, everything's in chaos. I don't know where the other ones are. So I pulled out 3 colors of shimmer. I pulled out the Merlot shimmer, the deep blue shimmer, and the Starry Night. Starry Night is a current shimmer. Deep blue was from the Shimmer Buffet last summer, and I have no idea when Merlot was from. But it is not a shimmery. I mean, it feels more shimmery just in the way my lighting is, but I don't feel like it is as shimmery in without the light on right here. Let's see, we'll turn off the light for a sec. All right, is that better? On my screen, it looks like the light didn't change very much, but for me, I definitely need the light to do my work. So I think, I don't know. I kind of like all of them. Part of me wants to do like a background, but I don't know how quite to do that. Like, I feel like there should be a way that I could, you know, like accordion fold and cut so it kind of, they overlap. To have a matte behind, because then I could maybe do the dark blue shimmer with the purple matte behind. I don't know. Let's get them all laid down. I think I'm gonna go with this one. All right, I think we gotta zoom out a little bit more. There we go. Okay. So if we do 1, 2, I'm going to move these around, and they all have that custom cutting system little string that I can never seem to not get. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Do I want to try and put one right here? And if so, which one? Probably not that one. That would cut the castle right down the middle. One of these needs to, this one could be the one that gets cut down the middle. I think, right there, bam. Yeah, we'll cut that one down the middle. And one of these is gonna have to go. Which one? Maybe that one. And I don't like these 2 red ones next to each other. Ooh, but I think I would like this one up here. Ooh, what do we think? What do we think? Please tell me you think it looks cool, because I think it looks really cool with the diamond shapes. But it is, there's not a lot of contrast between the dark, well, again, turn off the light again. Yeah. All right, let's try it on the Merlot. I mean, I suppose it doesn't have to be on a dark color, right? It could be on a, it could be on a light color. I think I like both, but I really do think I want to do something behind these that overlaps somehow. And so what I need to do is fold this paper and then cut through once, but so it doesn't go off the edge. But I think if I do the Merlot paper on the blue, and I'm just do one row that has the background, and then the other one is going to tuck behind it. So I probably should use my scoring blade. Oh, my friend Sherry Tilley, who also has a YouTube channel, pointed out to me that I've always put all my blades in so the curve matches the curve, but sometimes people have trouble getting them to slide out. You can also put them in backwards, and then you have this little place for your finger to pop the blade out. So if you've had trouble with your, getting your blades out sometimes, maybe that would be something to consider. So here's the scoring blade, and I'm going to score this every 3 inches. I'm going to score the whole thing because I have to cut 2. So that's going to take the whole, oh darn it. Let's do it this way. There's my scoring line on the 3. I could fold out the arm. I know I could. And I don't want to. All right, so there's my scored. Actually, I'm going to swap my blade back out. This one won't be too much of a disaster, but recently I was cropping something and I had put the scallop blade in, and then I forgot and went to cut my paper and it had the scallop instead of the straight, and you know, I had to adapt. All right, so we want to do, I think we're gonna like accordion fold this. Oh, look, it didn't quite line up. Oh well, that's gonna be all right. Maybe should have scored a little harder. So I actually need this one to be the other way. I had a little trouble seeing the fold and getting it to fold on the fold. I guess once I get it folded, it finds the score line and gives me a nice sharp edge. So actually, I have a bone folder. So Creative Memories was selling these for a while, but I think it was just like a one-time thing. And a lot of times when it's like something that, I mean, you're never going to run out of your bone folder. You know, you might lose it if you're like me, but I think they just figured it's not something they need to have forever. Okay, so now we're going to put this on here, and I think, do I want the red blade? Okay, let's pull out my little things. This is the red, and that's the green. Okay, so do I want the red border? Oh, I think I do. I think I want the red. Or do I want the green? Nope, it's gonna be the red. But the red, I mean, it's not gonna fit on here because this was, you know, wider than, it wasn't 4 inches. Obviously, it was like 3.5. Oh, I'm measuring my paper, exactly 3. So it was like 3 and, you know, 1/3. So if we put this on here, I'm gonna center it right here on that number 6 line. Keep it straight. And then put this so it's looking centered. a little trouble because I can't see the other half of it. But that looks pretty centered right there. And so what it's going to do is it's going to leave, I should have opened my blade first. Don't scoot. It's going to leave a little, like a little fold. We'll see how that works to be the border. I think it's going to work because if I put my picture on here, it fits. All right, so that's just going to be where the seam lines up. Okay, actually I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a pencil line down the middle, and this will just have to be the back. All right, so I can see the pencil line. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's on there enough that I can then position my little template so I can see the kind of the midpoint. You know, it's got these little pads on the bottom, and I think I must have inherited this one from somebody else because I have no idea what this says. It doesn't say, so it almost says S9N. I don't know what it says. L6 LGS. I don't know. So every now and again, I meet somebody that is, you know, former CM advisor or a former CM customer who says, I got all this stuff and I don't need it anymore. And I will not take it on consignment. I get asked that all the time. My business is not in reselling old stuff, it's selling new stuff. But if somebody just wants to get rid of something, a lot of times I'll say, take it. And then I have backups, or if somebody loses one piece to their custom cutting system. Okay, so this is a little tricky because I've cut through the whole paper, but I don't know that I've cut through all the way. So now it's sliding a little bit. Now I'll do this side. I'll push hard. Uh-oh, I scooted. So I guess what I'm saying is if you have lost, I didn't go all the way through. If you've lost one of the pieces of your, of a custom cutting system, you know, I might have a backup for you. I should have gone over it one more time. Whenever you're cutting through multiple layers, you got to be really careful. Just a tiny sliver that didn't get cut through. I don't want to rip it, but can't really get in there, even with my little micro tips. Okay, there. So that's kind of what I wanted. That one I creased a little bit more than I was hoping to crease, but we'll do it again. Find my line. And it is a little tricky because, like I said, you go off the edge, and so and there's enough of a drop that I couldn't just smoothly go around. I had to, it kind of caught me. So I'm going to cut, oh, don't go. This side, now, and it's scooted again. And then this side. Ugh. Uh-oh, scooted again. I didn't want to move it. I wanted to go all the way through, but okay, I did almost, it just on the corner right here looks like where it didn't cut quite right. I mean, you know, thankfully this is shimmer paper, so if I did mess up bad, I could recut it. But now I've got to try and balance this again and figure out exactly where this cut needs to go. So that was really dumb, actually, of me to pick that up. Because now I've got to match it. I should have cut on both sides and then all right. Oh boy. Yep, picking it up was a bad move. So this one might not be quite as yeah, okay. So if you try to duplicate this, don't pick up your template. That's like the cardinal rule of the custom cutting system. Okay. So I'm holding, uh-oh, it scooted again. I'm holding on to both the template and the paper, and I'm kind of starting here at the point. Yeah, it's slipping and sliding. I don't know if I could have stuck it to the paper. Ugh. Okay. Oh man, I messed that up. But I don't know how I messed it up. So let's see. I mean, I see how I messed it up. We cut that extra thing. I suppose I could have traced it with a pencil and cut it with scissors. That might have been smarter. Let's see if how close they are to each other. They're pretty close. This one's a little bit off, but I think it's going to be okay. That's what you get when you experiment. And it's funny, you know, I spent the beginning part of this week working on my taxes and kind of doing business related stuff that wasn't scrapbooking, and I found myself getting grumpy. And I think it's because I've been working on taxes and on other things, I haven't been scrapbooking. And guess what? Turns out that makes me grumpy not to get to scrapbook. So now we're going to take these little guys and try to unfold these creases. Oh, that piece is a little went off the, or I guess when I tried to come back on the edge right here, I messed up. So we're going to clean it up just a smidge. We'll put that part on the bottom. This one looked nicer. So put this one on this side. And then I've got to decide for real, like which diamonds go in which spot. Oh, I like this a lot. Ah, that's the messed up piece. That's all four of them had that little piece messed up. All right. And I definitely want to put this one, if I'm going to put one, I think that's the one I want to put there. We'll do the 50 and the whatever, and I want to put this 50 kind of down here. This castle. This is the one that can cut down the middle. Yeah. Oh yeah. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. Yay. Happy. Oh, I want that one there. I like this one a lot because it's like the biggest picture of the castle that we got. That one's got those fireworks. Maybe that one can go right there. All right, what do you think? That one right here. Do I need something on these little ends? I could maybe do you know, something like that. Something like that, or I probably want a different one. Oh, Tinkerbell. Where's the one of the flying Tinkerbell? She doesn't need to be a whole. I could just put a little half Tinkerbell over here, and then half fireworks. Nope, this one. Half fireworks. This, oh no, I like this side better of this one. All right, this side. Have fireworks over there, maybe. Okay, so I'm going to cut this one. I got to clean up all those little strings. After a while when I was cutting, I realized that because I was starting at the top, that's where it was, I was getting the little strings on the top. But this is, gosh, you know what we're going to do? Where's the piece? Oh, it's right here. This is the same piece. I'm going to fold it in half to find exactly, oh look, I didn't even fold it right because the piece sides didn't line up. Okay, so that's the half piece, which means it's right, oh, look at that. It's at a weird number. It's right between the 1 1/4 and 1 1/2. So halfway between the 1 1/4 and the 1 1/2. Put this on here. That's what I'll do. I'll put this on the outside. And hope that that's, take a deep breath, cut. That's almost half. It's a little bit off right there, but shh, I won't tell, you don't tell. And we'll do it just like that. Oh yeah, oh yeah. All right, but I feel like it needs something behind here, some kind of a border. And I think I want it to be, like all of a sudden I'm thinking of like the slide reel, but then I'm thinking of the fireworks. And I wonder if I could do both, like the slide reel and then put the fireworks over the top. Where is the slide reel? Do I have that one handy? What color? Maybe I do the bright blue or a white or the lilac shimmer or a variety of colors of the fireworks. All right. All these little strings off. And then I'm going to get this, the slide reel, I think, or something that can go behind. I'm going to kind of want it to be, I think the slide reel is, what is the slide reel? Is it 2? So it'll be 12 behind this. Okay, that will kind of work with the slide reel. Let me see if I have it. You know, I have my scrapbooking supplies are divided between my home, where I am scrapbooking right now, where I do my videos, and my permanent crop venue, where I hold my events. And once a product is no longer available, or if I know that I want to use it in a video, I'll bring it home. But otherwise, they live over at my studio for my customers to use. So yeah, let me see if I can find that. Okay, hooray, I did have it. I'm not 100% sure now that that's exactly what I want, because when I compare it to the firecracker punch, like this, these are a lot smaller. And I don't know how that's gonna go. Maybe I just want the firecracker kind of tucking up behind, or maybe I do it on a strip. But I got this out, I'll punch it. I think I'm gonna punch it on white shimmer. I'm a little bit worried just because the shimmer paper is lighter, a lighter weight paper, and it can be a little bit fiddly. Oh no, that, yeah, see, it did all right, it did all right. These are, you know, designed to be able to cut through our heavier cardstock. And so the shimmer paper is more of like a designer paper weight. which is really nice if you know you're putting several layers of it in your book. But once in a while it'll jam up in the... All right. Maybe, but maybe that's not what I want. Like the kind of too much going on, especially if I then throw in some of these firecrackers or fireworks. We've had a couple. We had one called Firecracker that was an actual firecracker. Oh, apparently I've cut this one before, Lilac Shimmer, with this. All right, what if I just do some fireworks up here behind? Oh, I think that's fine. I could even tuck them behind the thing. All right, all that work to look for the slide rule, which was on the top of my shelf. I had to get my step stool out to reach it, but that is okay. Okay, I think that's what I want to do here, is put some of the, we'll tuck just a few fireworks behind up here. Maybe some of them will kind of be down that way, and we'll just tuck them behind. Uh-oh. I'm missing somebody right here. Wonder if it's stuck to the bottom of my mat. Sure enough, there it is. Okay, so, and then I want to put these down here at the bottom. This is 3 inches right here. So I probably need, these probably need to go almost to the tippity top of the page. And then that will give me room to have my little 3-inch and a tiny little border of something. And I'm tempted to use the rickrack because I've used the rickrack a lot in this and I love the rickrack. So let's see, which 5 do we want? That one for sure. Maybe this is like, I think this is like the same side. Ugh. I just love the colors on this one. But I like the flowers on this one, and I like the purple on this one, and I like the little Olaf. Okay, so these need to be 3 inches. So that's the 3-inch. If I do this right here. Right here. I don't know how this is going to work really right here, but kind of scooted that one. Oh, I could just kind of make it go across the middle. Kind of like to not cut the top of the American flag off right there. I have actually heard that these flags at Disney are not real American flags. They have stars and stripes, but not necessarily the appropriate number of stars and stripes, which is why they don't need to retire them at night or light them up, like the flag code says you do for real flags. So that was interesting. Maybe this one I can cut off like that little piece with the tree if I need to. Let's see. Those are my 3 inches. What do I want to do? I kind of wonder if we have a shimmer that's almost like the sandy shimmer. That's one of our new shimmers, or the autumn hay. I think I'm going to see if I have a piece of that I could put. Oh, that's taller. I'm going to have to trim this down a little bit more. I could put that maybe even behind. Maybe I mount it on that. 3 1/4 inch or something, and then it'll give me a little bit of a line on both sides. Let's try that. All right, so this was the Autumn Hay Shimmer, which is close to that one. This is Sandy Shimmer, which they came out with just this. Oh, I like that one. That's really close to that. This one's almost too bright. I think this is a little bit warmer. This is our Gold Shimmer. But I think the Sandy Shimmer, I really like it, and I hope that they will bring it back. It was just here for one of the buffets. And you know what? What if instead of using a Border Maker cartridge, I use a decorative blade? And of course, I'm drawn to the scallop always. This is probably my favorite of the decorative blades. So the pictures are 3 inches. I want these to have a little bit of a space. So the scallop shimmer is one of the ones that is directional. So I don't know if you can see in here, but I can see which way the scallop goes. Oh, see how it goes kind of that way? But I want it to go this way. So I'm going to put it so that the logo on here matches the blade. I think they're all logo matches the logo or faces the logo. I think they're all that way. You'll have to, you know, keep track of your own to know if yours is right like that. Okay. Except now I might want it to go in the other direction so that I can measure. Oh no, I can do it this way. All right. So if I want my picture to be just kind of that much of a scallop, we'll put it about right. That's 3 1/4, but I think that might not be quite enough. But if I do it to 3 1/2, it'll, yeah, I think I'm going to do it 3 1/4. I think I'm going to have to see if I can do it at 3 3/8, which one of the scallops is touching right there, the 3 3/8. Now, you know, that's even bigger than I needed. So maybe 3 1/4 would have been okay. So let's go back. Oh, I wish I could use this for something. Look at that. The scallops even lined up almost perfectly. 3 1/4. Oh, yeah. Go figure. Okay, but now I'm going to have to cut it again so that I get my scallop going in the right direction again. And 3 1/4. That down here, and maybe I do a little skinny border of this across the top for my little fireworks to ride on. Years ago, well, I don't know how many years ago it was, but at one point early on in my YouTube career, somebody made a comment in the comments, wow, your desk is really messy. And it really is messy. I am a messy scrapbooker. I do clean up kind of in between, but when I'm working, I'm just happily working. All right, so this is basically the same time as this. That's also the Emporium. I want the flowers. Cut a little bit of that one off, a little bit of that, connect that over and do that one that way. I don't really want these two together though. So how am I going to do that? I guess I could do it that way. I know I spend too much time thinking about these things. I kind of do want Olaf to be right here in the middle. I think I'll cut that part off, because that's right there and right there. I'll do this one and cut it. Oh, doesn't quite, I'll have to trim this a little bit. I'll cut this right kind of where this window is. I could measure it, but that would be too sensible. Oh, that works. Okay. So let's stick these down. I want this to go all the way to the edge because it's like cut in half, so it's going to connect to the other side. And then I'll leave a little gap on these. All right, does that look straight? I think I might have to go a smidge more this way. It's a little harder to make sure it's straight when you got the scalloped edge, I will admit. All right, that's good right there. A little more in this corner. Oops. And then this one I want to, it's a brand new tape refill and it's acting strange. Okay, and then this, oh, just right. That's a scrapbooking miracle. Thought I was gonna have to trim this one. There's not gonna be a whole lot of space for me to do any journaling though. Which, I do like to have some journaling, and there's no real place for a title. I might need to pull one of these guys out after all. We'll see which one. But let's put this guy down almost to the bottom. All right, now it's rolling better. Maybe it was just new. And I do love to line them up with each other. Okay. And I do think now it needs something at this top edge. So since we've still got the scallop blade in, let's cut a 1-inch piece. Yes, I did just fling that. Oh, yeah, so I've got to turn it this way to cut because I want the, usually I cut, if it's small, I cut in the other direction, but because I want the scallops to be appropriately oriented. Oh yeah, I think I'm gonna like that. Okay. So if we put these back behind here, what do you think? I think it needs the color at the top. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna turn this guy on its side, and I think I need my mat. Just so I can keep things straight. And yes, I did just turn it over, even though both sides are the same. Just about maybe 1/8 of an inch from the top. And then this has this weird little divot right there. Let's see, will it just rub out if maybe I should trim it just a smidge. Scary to cut. Right about like that. And I'm going to put extra adhesive like right where the folds were, more than I usually would, just to make sure that those stick all the way down, and hopefully that will make those little creases become invisible. I maybe shouldn't have actually creased it down like I did, but it's too late now. Okay. A little, not exactly. Oh, because I had it a little bit crooked, so it's like 1/8 of an inch down on either side. There we go. All right, and then I've got to decide which pictures are going to go where, but I'll do that after I've stuck all the pieces down. Almost just knocked my fireworks punch on the floor. That would not have been good. Balanced precariously on the edge of my table. I still have not fixed that broken jumbo tape runner. I have a new refill home to show me how to do it. I watched Kim Spillman's video from Mom's Creative Moments, so you guys have told me about her. And I know that it can be done. I just, whenever I've come down here, I wanted to scrapbook. I don't want, oh, this is the one that has the line on it, and I just put tape on the opposite side. Darn it. Well, we're just going to erase the line at the top and the bottom, and then the rest is going to be covered by a picture, so. Hopefully you won't be able to tell it's there. I meant to check for the line. I didn't check for the line on the other paper either. Okay. All right, no line down this one. I obviously had that one on correctly. I am liking how this is coming together. I'm very content with this. So, and these are going to fit just right in here. This one is actually like it's a little bit not centered the way I cut it. I think I cut it a little bit at a hair of an angle, but I hope that won't matter. This one I definitely want right here. And this one I definitely want right here. No room to journal, no room for a title. So maybe this one, well, where could I guess I could do something right here. One of these will have to not go on. Thought I got all the strings. I'm happy with how this turned out. I still need to cut my little half pictures for the halves on the sides over here. Oh no, I love this one right here. This one. One of these maybe is not going to get to go. Might be that one, because that I like this one because of the castle, but there's not really any fireworks going on. Maybe this one, because it's not fireworks, it's just the castle show. put that one right there maybe, and then I'll put Tinkerbell wherever I put her. Oh, right here. Put her on this side. Do we use the blue blade? It's the green, but maybe that will still give me kind of an idea where to cut her. And oh, that's right, this was the green one. The blue one. So I just want to make sure that I have her where I want her. Oh, went off the edge. Drat. I didn't want that. But I guess we'll have to cut a little bit. Well, we'll see what happens. I messed up right there. But it's just going to be just that little tiny sliver at the bottom, and maybe it will be okay. Because my fingers are here, I know I'm not going to chop my fingers off, although that one felt a little close. What do you think? Are you going to be able to tell that yeah, I think you are. So we'll just take, this is going to do my little cheat. We're just going to take this little piece right here, which is the same section of the photo. All right. And I'm going to use the repo because I can get all the way to the edge. And I just stuck that on there. Now let's take my scissors. And so there's a little patch, but you'll never know when you're looking at it. And I will forget, and nobody else will ever notice it. So there's always a way to fix your woes. So I think, where am I going to journal? What did I decide? I actually think I didn't cut this one straight either because it's a little bit more of a curve on that edge than I want. Cutting right down the middle of the castle. That feels sacrilegious almost. Actually cutting off half of the castle. Sorry, castle, I love you. There we go. I feel like I've got a lot of blue castles. I end up not having to sacrifice one, right? Because I cut this guy in half. Put this one right here, and I'll leave this. I'll put a journal box or something on here. I can feel like, see right here that it didn't, like it's not as straight as I would have liked it to be. But again, something nobody else will probably notice. So let me stick these down. And then I'll be back when these are all stuck down. Okay, I've got all the pictures stuck down. I do want to tuck in some little fireworks. And I want a few colors, so I pulled out a bunch of shimmer. I definitely think I want this berry punch shimmer. And some of them I have scrap pieces of and others I don't. So I think I'm just going to cut 2 of each color for now. I kind of like this white too, but it might be too white. Why is this folded? I don't know why this one is folded. I wonder what the plan was when I folded this. Maybe I don't want the red, actually. Maybe I do. I mean, I think this is the firecracker and this is the Mars. I don't think I want the firecracker. I think it's too, well, I don't know. We'll punch them all, and if I don't use them all, that's okay. I'll use it for something else. Heaven knows I get enough firecracker pictures, or fireworks pictures. I keep calling it firecracker. Fireworks. The firecracker was the one that looked like our little rocket. All right, and then I just got tangled up. There we go. So I want a journal here, and I was thinking I would use this sandy shimmer, but maybe I should use like a color, like this azalea shimmer, which I love so much. I don't want to do too much with the firecrackers, but I think that they'll be fun in a few places. This one on that side, and this one down here. Like this, I could cover. I could do one more up there. And it turns out I kind of do like the firecracker. Oh, I could do 2. That would be probably a cool little effect if I did 2 together. I'm trying to not like be too matchy, because this is like the finale, right? So maybe we do 3 right here, and one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ugh. I don't know about the little clusters of firecrackers, fireworks. You'd think I would know the words. I blame tax brain. But I am getting money back. Not a lot of money back. I didn't overpay too much, but enough to make it feel like it was worth spending all those hours doing my taxes. All right, so there's a couple in the middle. I think maybe I want one more up here in the middle. Not down at, Oh, I'll put it right here so I'll cover up that guy's head. Huh. I'll teach you to put your head in my picture, people. Oh, I could do one right here. Like that. I like that. You know me, more is more. All right, and now what to do here? I think I do want to use the Azalea Shimmer, which is this one. And I need the same little piece. So the blue, sorry, not the green blade. Actually, I think I'm going to do it right this way. I'm going to be a little bit, you know, frugal with my precious shimmer cardstock or paper because I can't get more of it. But I don't remember what the name of this fireworks show was. I think it was Happily Ever After. I'm going to have to look that up, and then I'm going to just journal. I don't really have a place to put a title. I wish I had little tiny, I could, I don't want to cover up this people because kind of the crowd is part of the story. You know what? People are going to be able to tell by looking that I'm talking about fireworks here. I think I'm going to move this down a little bit too. And I think it's going to be okay. I'm not gonna journal what fireworks show it is. Maybe I can come back and journal that in here. I'm gonna journal on here that we didn't get in line for the fireworks early enough. So we ended up having to be way down Main Street, or we wanted to be way down Main Street this time. We watched the fireworks the other night. We wanted to be farther back on Main Street so we could see the projections on the buildings, stores, storefronts, something like that. And I think I'm going to journal just with a navy pen on here. We'll see if I can actually not do a title. I'm kind of a compulsive titler. And I got this 3 cluster up here and a 2 over here and a 2 here, but I think I need a 2 down here by Tink instead. 2, 2. Oh, that's looking too triangle-y. Maybe I'll do this on here. Okay, let me journal and I'll be back. All right, so here is the finished product with the journaling. I did go ahead and add a little tiny space right here that says Enchantment Fireworks Show. I just did half of a triangle or a diamond, and then I did another little half down here. I felt like it needed something else kind of in here. The fireworks are a lot. I don't know how I feel maybe about those. I almost feel like it needs something else, like some little, I don't know, gems or epoxy dots or, you know, something like that. But there's so much going on, and this happens to me all the time. Like I see empty space and I'm like, I feel this compulsion to fill it up. I'm not going to fill it up. I'm going to leave it. I don't know that this is exactly the vision that I had. I was thinking more like 3, 6, you know, big diamonds. But I love that I was able to fit all of these pictures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 pictures. I mean, obviously I did have to crop them down quite a bit, but 21 pictures. And it's different. It's not the same kind of cut it all into little squares and make a collage page like I usually do. It's a lot. The fireworks, maybe this green one needs to come out. I think that's better without the green one because I didn't use not another green one. So, and maybe this one needs to come out. I'm not usually one to pull stuff out, but I'm feeling like there's too much maybe going on. And maybe I want this white one up here instead of the purple one, since I got the purple one there. I did put that little purple one on a foam square. So I said there's too much going on, and now I have that song in my head. Stacy's mom has got it going on. I had never heard of that song before, but my husband and I went and saw Rick Springfield and Richard Marx in concert in February. Is that still last month? No, it's 2 months ago. Wow. And Rick Springfield, said he saw a t-shirt that said, "What if Jesse's girl was Stacy's mom and her phone number was 867-5309?" So if you think that's funny, that tells me how old you are. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, we are not the same age. But I thought that was pretty funny, except I had never heard the song Stacy's Mom until he mentioned it, and then I had to look it up. Yeah, I mean, I could probably fiddle with this for quite a while. And knowing me, I will if I let myself. So I'm not going to let myself. I think I'm going to call it good right there with these fireworks, with the diamonds, 21 pictures. I had fun doing it. I learned some things. I think this would be really fun to do with more like primary colors, but it wasn't fireworks. It could be really fun to do. Maybe you have circus or zoo pictures. You could do it with like browns and greens, and maybe like a zebra print as your background for your triangles or your diamonds. And maybe you could remember the difference between a diamond and a triangle. So thanks for watching. I had fun doing this one. I'm very excited about, doing something different and using a tool that I don't really use all that often, but I've had for a long time. So 79, we're at week 79. That is pretty amazing. Next week, I will be in Mexico. I leave on Tuesday. I know you're not supposed to tell the world that. I'm not leaving my house unattended. My adult son lives here. He'll be here. But I will pre-record something so that you will still get a video from me on Thursday. I hope week 80. Week 80, y'all. Week 80. We don't have much left. Apparently we rode Winnie the Pooh. So Winnie the Pooh will be next. And then we rode Pirates again. More rides. More food. So 4, 5, 6. I guess we're going to go to 86. And then we'll be done with this book, maybe. So, but that's my estimation. So 6 more weeks and we'll be done. So thanks for watching. I really appreciate your feedback. I appreciate all your likes. Of course, those of you that subscribe, those of you that recommend my channel to others, all of those things, it's amazing what a boost it is when I look on and see that someone has left a comment for me. And I do try to respond to your comments. So if you have any questions, know that I personally am reading your comments and appreciating them. So thank you so much for watching episode 79 of Theme Park Thursday, and I'll see you back here next week. Okay, thanks for sticking with me. And not only did I completely change my plan for what I was going to do with this, what was going to be considered finished for this video, but then when I recorded what I was doing, I accidentally didn't record the part that I talked to you, and then I did record the part where I actually put it together. So I hadn't meant to have you guys watch while I measured and put these ABC die cuts on, but if I want to talk to you, I can't go re-record it because I've already stuck them down. So as I was thinking about this and editing this video last night, I just realized it needed something else. It needed a title. And so I actually ran it by my savvy scrapbooker friends, Donna and Debbie. And Debbie suggested putting a title kind of down here across the bottom. And so I pulled out the ABC die cuts, which are new. I brought the white ones home, but then I think the craft one worked better because they matched the color a little bit better. So I don't usually do voiceover. I usually just talk to you live, but for this part, I just went ahead and put the word Enchantment across the bottom, and I am much happier with how it turned out having a title there than I was when it just said, that little tiny triangle. Oops, there's my head. That little tiny triangle up at the top that said the Enchantment Fireworks Show. So thanks for letting me change my mind. Sorry that this is a little bit late because usually I've put the, I've got the video uploaded first thing Thursday morning, and this time I was adding to it on Thursday morning. So I hope you'll agree with me that it looks better with the title, and I'll kind of scroll through to the end and you can see how the finished product looks. And of course, hopefully at the beginning you saw that I told you to wait for this at the end. So thanks again for watching, and I will see you next week. I mean, you will see me next week. I'll be in Mexico having a great time, and I hope that you learned some things from this video and that you will be inspired to, I'm getting distracted by my head. You'll be inspired to use the custom cutting system diamond shapes in your own scrapbooking. Thanks so much, and I'll see you next week.